Hello and welcome back to Vegan Petite. My name is Linda, and today's video I am showing you what I eat in a day as a vegan on a lazy / gotta get studying done kind of Saturday. So stick around. Satisfy your hunger. Well, that is just what I am trying to do. So I'm gonna have some of this Barbara's Morning Oat Crunch Vanilla Almond Cereal. They kind of remind me of the little, I don't know, what was that called? Oh, Cap'n Crunch? Yeah, it's kind of like a healthy version of Cap'n Crunch for grown-ups. So let us eat now and chit chat later because I am very, very hungry. I am going to serve this in my big metal bowl and some almond milk. This is just original organic almond milk. I got this one at Sprouts. I don't always buy the same plant milks, by the way. Sometimes I will go to grocery outlet because sometimes they have good deals on plant-based milks, either soy milk or almond milk or cashew milk, whatever. But if they don't have the kind that I like, then I will go to Sprouts and see what they have. So this is what I got. All right, let's eat this cereal. You probably don't want to watch me or listen to me crunching all morning, so I'm gonna go eat this and then see you soon. All right, for my afternoon snack, I'm going to have a handful of these roasted and salted pistachios. Even though nuts and seeds, such as pistachios, do contain a bit of fat, I figure if I'm gonna have a crunchy, salty snack, it's better to have something like this instead of something like potato chips, because at least pistachios do contain, let's see, 1 ounce of these pistachios contains 6 grams of protein, and it's also got a little bit of fiber and some vitamins and minerals. It's got 40% of your daily copper intake, FYI. So anyway, salty, crunchy snack, that's what I'm having this afternoon. And then I'm also gonna take one of these beautiful red pears on my walk. I have not gone for a walk in, I don't know, at least a week. I've been trying to get on board with doing yoga on the daily. So I started this yoga journey with Yoga with Adriene. It's called Home, and it's a 30-day yoga journey. I highly recommend it. I'll put a link in the description below. Haven't done it entirely daily, but I did it at least 5 days out of this week, which is pretty good considering how busy this week has been. So anyways, I'm gonna take this on my walk and I will see you soon. I almost forgot to take my vitamin. So I think before, if you saw my vegan pantry video, I mentioned the importance of vitamin B12, and I was taking just a B12 supplement before, as well as a vitamin D supplement. But I figured, you know what? Why not just get the whole gamut, right? Instead of just 1 or 2. Not that you necessarily need supplementation as a vegan, but I do work with little kids, and I've already gotten sick twice this season, and I don't really want to repeat that. So prevention is the best medicine, as they say, and this one has, what, 2,500% of your daily vitamin B12, so plenty of that, as well as 750% of your vitamin D. So yep, I've got one of these. This is like, I found this at Sprouts. It was the cheaper brand. I am not an expert on vitamins. I don't know if this is the best or whatever, but it was affordable. Basically, we figured out this was gonna last us like 90 days because it's got 90 tablets. So you take 1 a day. And my husband's got one too. His is for men, so gentlemen, you are covered as well. So I'm gonna take my vitamin with some water. They look like this. They do, these ones in particular, turn your pee kind of yellow. My B12 supplement did too, but not to the same degree. So again, I don't know if these are the best vitamins, but I figured it's probably better than nothing, right? get all your bases covered, as well as eating lots of nutritious foods. So I'm gonna take this with some water and then go on my walk. Okay. Okay, here I am at the end of my walk. I'm up on the hill. I hope you liked the view. It's really awesome where I live here in Southern California. I've got a view of all the hills and the mountains surrounding. I've been to places that are more flat and it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel the same. So I was mentioning how I was doing yoga. I started doing this 30-day yoga journey with Yoga with Adriene, who's on YouTube. I'll leave a link below. But I think it's so easy to leave self-care, exercise, meditation, anything that's basically beneficial for us. It's easy for us to put that last on our priority list and consider it almost a luxury, like, oh, if I have time for it, I'll do it. However, I've noticed that on the days that I didn't do my yoga this week, I was extremely overwhelmed, like to the point of like tears, basically. And, you know, part of it was this week. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, but it's the first week back from the holidays, full week of work. I started school this week too. And like, I almost didn't even know if I was gonna be able to make a video this week. And I really want to continue to grow this channel and connect with people and share whatever kind of knowledge I can that's gonna help you on your journey. But yes, so yoga, you know, on the days that I did it, even though if I was like super busy before, or I was just tired from studying and my mind was just like, oh my God, I just wanna take a long nap and forget everything, I would go to the mat instead. And you know, most of her videos are about 25 minutes and that's pretty doable. Not for everyone, but in my situation it was. And I always emerge feeling this combined sense of accomplishment that I actually did something good for my body and did something healing. On some days, she's making us work a little harder and I would really feel like the fire and the soreness in my belly afterwards. But also this incredible just like peace of mind, this feeling of like the little problems, like who cares, you know? At the end of the day, when I'm on my deathbed, I'm not gonna be worried about, I don't know, like an email that I missed or something. something that I need to reply to. Oh my gosh, right when I said that, all the trees just started swaying around me and like this little breeze started flowing. Ooh. So nice being outside. I love it. I need to do this more often. Maybe you do too. Back to what I eat in a day. No 2 days are gonna be alike of eating, because guess what? No 2 days are gonna be alike just in general. Some days I'm gonna be super motivated and feel like going in the kitchen and being super creative and trying out new recipes and blah blah blah. And some days I'm just gonna wanna stay in my PJs all day. And guess what? That's fine if you have days like that too. So that's why I showed you I had just cereal this morning, because I didn't feel like making anything else, and it's fine. That's why I have the cereal in my pantry for days like that. And I just check and make sure that there's no honey in it, no dairy, no egg. You're good. For lunch today, I'm gonna have just some leftovers. I did a massive meal prep last Sunday and I still have food from that, so I need to finish it. So it's gonna be, I have cooked turmeric rice, which all I did was I made some rice in my rice cooker and I just added like a little dash of ground turmeric with some black pepper and some salt. I don't add any oil when I cook my rice, because if I can avoid using oil when I can, like I just don't use oil. Then yeah, so I cooked up turmeric rice and I made a bunch of oven-baked crispy tofu, which I may do a future recipe video on. But basically I just cut up little chunks of tofu, I dredged them in a mixture of cornstarch and a bunch of seasonings, and then baked them in the oven, and they come out really crispy. And the interesting thing is when you reheat them, the texture becomes more dense and chewy, so it's almost kind of like chickeny a little bit, which is kind of interesting if you like that. And I'm just gonna steam up some some frozen veggies to go with it, and I have a Satay sauce, S-A-T-A-Y. I got the recipe from the Happy Pear on YouTube. I will link their recipe down below as well. But instead of a peanut satay sauce, since I can't have peanuts, I made a sesame satay sauce. So kind of like using tahini, but I didn't use actual tahini from a jar. I just used sesame seeds that I ground up in my blender, and then the blender was having a hard time blending it, so then I just added all the liquids and made the sauce like that, so that works too. I also have some oyster mushrooms in my fridge, which I am really excited to try out, mainly because I have never cooked with oyster mushrooms before, because I can never find them in the store. But this week I did see them in the store, so the temptation was too great and I grabbed a packet. I've seen so many like yummy looking recipes with oyster mushrooms, and I was always frustrated that I couldn't find them. So don't feel bad if you can't find oyster mushrooms. I will have future recipe videos that you can try out. Maybe you could try it with regular mushrooms, I don't know. But I'm going to probably make some oyster mushroom carnitas, because I'm kind of craving that. You could also make vegan pulled pork out of them, apparently, or pulled chicken. Like it has that kind of, I don't know, stringy, chewy texture, so we're gonna try it out. I will see you in a bit for lunch and then dinner and any snacks that I might have after that. We'll see. Here's that sesame satay sauce I mentioned earlier. I'll leave a link for the recipe in the description below. It's by the Happy Pear. So I just made my version with sesame seeds instead of the peanut butter, and then I added extra water, some soy sauce, agave syrup for sweetness, a little tang from the apple cider vinegar, some chili powder and garlic powder. I didn't have the onion powder, which was called for, and ginger powder, which is really the flavor that comes through in this. So I'm just gonna add this to my dinner and show you how it looks all plated up. Okay, so here is my sesame satay bowl with crispy baked tofu, turmeric rice, and veggies with that sesame satay sauce from earlier. So I really just reheated my rice in the microwave with a little bit of water to kind of soften it, I'm trying to get a bite here, gosh. And then I reheated my baked tofu in a pan, and I added some steamed veggies to it, and then just poured the sauce over it. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna take a bite of this and let you know how it tastes. All right, let me get some of this tofu now. Real good. This time around, I made tofu cubes in the oven. Sometimes I like to cut them into little triangles or little strips, just whatever kind of shape you like. Mixes it up a little bit. And yeah, I'm gonna finish this and, oh gosh, carrot. Okay, I'm gonna finish this and show you what else I'm eating today. You know that saying that sometimes your eyes are hungrier than your stomach? Well, in this case, today my ambitions were hungrier than my energy levels / practicality. What I'm trying to say is I'm not gonna make the oyster mushroom carnitas today. Sorry. The thing is, I still have a lot of leftover tofu satay, and I really want to finish that before I start making new food because it's just gonna go bad. And anyways, there's still a lot left and we gotta finish it. Which means you'll have to stay tuned for a future video for those oyster mushroom carnitas, so make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss that. However, I didn't want to leave you hanging, so I am going to turn these old bruised apples into something quite special. I sometimes buy these bag of apples because they are cheaper and I mean to eat them every day, but that doesn't always happen. So sometimes when they're together like this, as they say, one bad apple spoils the bunch. But I mean, these aren't completely bad. It's not like they're totally rotten. They're just a little bit bruised in some spots. So I'm just gonna wash these, cut off all the bruised parts, chop them up, and saute them on the stovetop with just some water, cinnamon, and maybe a little bit of sugar. But that's it, no oil, no vegan butter. You know, you can do that if you want the extra richness, I guess. But again, if I can cook oil-free, I will choose to do that so that, you know, I can indulge in other ways. Let's turn these into some nice cinnamon stewed apples, which I'm just gonna have as a dessert tonight. But by the way, you can use that as a topping for some vegan pancakes or oatmeal or granola, vegan yogurt, whatever your imagination can come up with, you can use. But just get creative whenever you have produce that's going kind of old. You know, like obviously if you have like mushy, almost bad bananas, I just chop them up and freeze them for future smoothies. So this is just kind of what my go-to thing of what I do with old apples. Yeah. My husband is gonna love these, and I just heard him pull up, so I'm gonna have to hide them until after he's done eating dinner. This will be so good with some vegan ice cream. Thank you so much for watching, and if you made it through my long rants, thank you even more. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel. I share new videos every Sunday, and hit that notification bell too so that you don't miss a video. By the way, this is a new style for me, so comment below if you want to see more what I eat in a day videos slash vlog style videos. I'd love to know. Take a deep breath. Stay grounded, stay nourished, stay healthy, and have an amazing week. Bye. Oh my gosh, it happened to me again. I filmed like a whole thing of me talking and ranting and explaining stuff, and I did not have my mic on. So that whole thing was just basically on mute. So way to go, Linda.